Well, hello and welcome to the December issue of the Mover magazine. Lots of things as usual in here for you to get your teeth into. There's one story in the back that I'd particularly like to point out, which is it's all about Puerto Rico and the storm that they had there. And I did an interview with two companies that are from Puerto Rico and of course had to deal with the aftermath of the storm. And it's a very interesting tale that they tell. But just as an illustration of how difficult things are, there are photos in there from only one of the companies. And the reason for that is that I really couldn't get in touch with the other company again when I got back to the UK. Just as an illustration of how difficult things are for people over there right now and continue to be. And that's the important thing, that of course they're in the news when it all happens and there's lots of support at the time, but then everybody forgets because they get involved in other things. But the problems still carry on for these people, and so that's why I wanted to do this story, just to illustrate the fact that just because it's no longer on the evening news, it doesn't mean to say the problem's gone away. Anyway, we've also got two conference reports. There's one from the PIEMA conference, which, as some of you know, is immediately before IAM, this time in Long Beach in California, and which was an extremely good event. And immediately after that is the IAM conference. Now, sadly, I went to PIEMA, but I couldn't go to the IAM conference this year because of family reasons, so I had to get home. And fortunately, Terry Head's office has provided a very comprehensive report and photos as well for us. So thank you to Terry's people for doing that for me. And if you weren't there, then you can have a look and see what you missed, and if you were, then have a squint, because you just might find some pictures of yourself at the IAM conference, so take a look at that. Talking about conferences, we have here a story about a new conference that's taking place. It's for an organisation called IMA, which is the conference is going to be in Bangkok at the end of February. And it's organised by this lady here, Patricia, who some of you will know, because Patricia used to work with IMC for some years and has now broken away and has started this organisation herself as an independent. So best of luck with that, Patricia, and hope it all goes well for you. And something else new as well from the BAR in the UK, which is interesting. They've resurrected the Young Movers group, and the Young Movers group had its first meeting recently. And that, I think, is kind of interesting too, because the Young Movers group, there used to be a BAR Young Movers group some years ago that didn't work. I mean, it did lots of good things, but it didn't last for all kinds of reasons. Whereas this one, I think, is different, and it's different because times have moved on, and young people nowadays, the younger generation nowadays, think rather differently than the previous generation. Certainly deals with technology in a different way than the previous generation did, and that, I think, speeds up the whole thought process and the whole decision-making process, to the point where a group that thinks differently, thinks in that way, I think can be a very powerful force in the industry. It'll be very interesting to see how it develops, and if they do in fact develop in a way that takes advantage of that uniqueness about the current generation. Anyway, we'll see how that works. Lots of other things in here as well for you to read and enjoy. I wish you a very Merry Christmas. Thank you very much to all of you who have contributed to the magazine, who have advertised in the magazine, of course, and of course to all our readers who enjoy reading it every month. Best of wishes for 2018, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.